If the product being released stays within body tissue or body tissue fluid, it's endocrine. But if the product being released is destined to the outside of the body, it's exocrine. So sweat glands, are they endocrine or exocrine organs?
Exocrine.
And is their set secreted or excreted? Secreted. It has a physiological function. What about the bladder? Endocrine or exocrine? Exocrine. Is the urine secreted or excreted? Excreted. Okay. Now these chemicals that are released from the glands of the endocrine system are called either steroids, if they have a backbone of cholesterol, so they are lipids, or non-steroid hormones. Now, I'm not going to say non-steroid hormones every time I'm talking about these guys, so I'm just going to refer to them as hormones. But hormones are proteins. So the steroids are hydrophobic, the hormones are hydrophilic. But both of these are signaling molecules. Their job is to get a particular cell type to do a particular function. Now, whatever cell type they're affecting, that cell is called, that hormones or steroids target cell. So if the cell does not have a receptor that can bind the hormone or steroid, it is not that hormone or steroid's target cell. Alright, so here is here's a target cell for a particular hormone. Here's my hormone. This is my signaling molecule. This hormone has a message that it needs to relay to that cell. Can the hormone directly relay its message to the cell, or must it bind a receptor that's on the membrane of the cell? It has to bind a receptor. Hormones are hydrophilic. They cannot get past that hydrophobic barrier. Alright? So the hormones will bind their receptors on their target cells. What happens next? A signal transduction. This signal transduction that's sent across the membrane is going to turn on G protein coupled receptor. Now, these coupled receptors are named in the order in which they were identified. So there's A, B, C, D, E, F. Here's G. All right? But the G protein coupled receptors regulate the activity of an enzyme called adenylate cyclase. And when adenylate cyclase is on, it will take a molecule of ATP and circularize it to cyclic AMP. So this is the primary messenger. Cyclic AMP is the secondary messenger. How the hell? That's message. This is messenger. Okay. I wrote it just fine up there, but that second time it's like, what in the hell are you trying to write here? Now the job of cyclic AMP is to activate a class of enzymes called protein kinases. Protein kinase. And when cyclic AMP activates these protein kinases, the job of the protein kinases is to phosphorylate substrates. So they're going to add a phosphate group to particular substrates. By phosphorylating these substrates, now you're going to get a cellular response. Okay, here is a target cell for steroid. Here's the nucleus, and embedded within our chromosomes are segments that are called genes. Genes contain the information needed by ribosomes to make proteins. So here is my steroid. This steroid, like this hormone, has a message that it needs to relay to the inside of that cell. Can the steroid directly relay the message, or does it have to bind a receptor on the cell's membrane? Well, they're lipids. So they can get past this hydrophobic barrier of the cell membrane. So they can directly cross the membrane and enter the cell. In the cell, they're going to bind a receptor to form a steroid receptor complex. This steroid receptor complex will enter the nucleus and activate or regulate gene transcription. And now you're going to get a cellular response. Which type of signaling molecule causes the most rapid cellular response? Hormones or steroids? Steroids. Hormones, we have to go through this cascade of events in order to do this. Steroids get in there, do their job, and then get out. So very fast cellular response.
Yep. Want me to turn it off?